by Mohammed Wilkerson.
We believe it all. Let's turn up the night, y'all.
What's up, YouTube? Cheers and welcome to the first Rap Fantasy League. This is week number 7 head-to-head matchup between Eminem, Rap God, versus Big Pun, Capital Punishment. Woo! Listen, my name is Bruce Lively, representing Team Box Cutter.
And it's your boy over here at All G's React, Josh. You know where you are.
Listen, okay, so Team Box Cutter, we got Eminem this week, and I think this might have been the most anticipated head-to-head matchup of the season. Eminem versus Big Pun. What do you think, Josh?
I think a lot of people's waiting on this one. I mean, I got a lot of responses when I brought up Big Pun, so I think quite a few people are looking forward to this.
I know I was. I've been looking forward to it. Listen, people, just because if you didn't get to draft, we are already in week 7, it doesn't mean you're not a part of a team. If you want to become a part of the team, every single week, we pick the videos for these matchups. The matchups are already set due to the draft. But every week, you get to pick the videos. This week, we had Eminem. We picked Rap God. Y'all picked Capital Punishment from Big Pun. And it's time to get to it. Which one's going first? We doing Big Pun?
Big Pun first.
Okay, I got my paper ready. Listen, every single time you guys hear this sound, that means it's points awarded. It's not the final tally. We're gonna do our research. We're gonna listen to it many more times and count. But skill, video creativity, influence, content with cultural importance, and the musicality are the categories, and I'm marking it down every single time I see or hear something that needs to have a point, and you will hear that sound. That's how you know. It helps you understand what we're doing here. With that being said, you have the honors, Mr. Suggs.
All right, let's go ahead and start this up.
Stop it.
Go ahead.
I gotta stop it. Oh my God. This is why Big Pun needs to be in everybody's top 10, people.
Man, did you hear that non-stop? That was non-stop.
Non-stop. That's difficulty, breath control. But if you want to know who originated Eminem's flow, you heard it.
Yep, you listening to it right now.
Way you're stretching words and syllables to match every single note in the bar. Points. I mean, every single bar changes.
Yep.
He rhymed. The amount of times that the rhymes in a sentence rhyme with itself match the amount of times that the rhymes at the end of the sentence rhyme with the next end of the sentence. This was not done before, man. Man, go ahead. This was not done before. Just so y'all know, like, he did this like nobody else. We had Busta, we had people like DOS Effects flipping words fast. This was the first time we heard using every single syllable like a drum or a guitar or something.
Yeah.
Just amazing, man. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Already, the points is already adding up. What you got?
Man, look. Oh, man. Okay, first off, right? I'm going to stop. Since we stopped, I'm going to go ahead and get into some of the cultural stuff he's talking about. He's talking about how people are not able to sustain. Very few people are actually, no, he said very few people are actually able to break out of the system and do something like he said his sister did, which was buy some land with no loan. Basically not getting a loan, just paying straight out cash for it. Okay?
What does that mean to the culture?
Man, that means ownership. That's the biggest
Yes.
thing. It means ownership in general. Ownership.
Mm-hmm.
No one has their hand on your plate but you. Okay? He's
Go
letting,
ahead.
man,
Keep
he's
going.
letting it be known right now. Just this far back, he's letting it be known how important that is. Okay.
Preach.
Then he said that the judges are singing capital punishment like it's his favorite song. Basically, like the how much the judges give out capital punishment for crimes. Like it's just their favorite thing to do. Like it's the favorite song. Like they're just repeating their favorite song. They continuously do it to try to slap everyone with the maximum amount of time or the maximum amount of punishment. I won't go too much further than that. Let's just keep rolling.
Let's do it. Wait a minute. There's something else in that verse that's very important. I'd rather be selling trees than delivering pizza.
Yep.
He said it way more eloquent than I did, but he told a mindset of the hustler, where he comes from, and had a whole two bars about it that kind of put you in that mindset and why they do what they do. I always find that to be important. I hate when people just talk about, oh, we sell this, we do that, without context.
Right.
He put the context in.
Right.
Like, yo, not only we talking about ownership, which comes from my hustling, but I couldn't have done it if I was baking pizzas.
Right. Yeah. He's also equating that to the whole verse, which he's talking about how much money the governments take, keeping people in debt and depression. So he's saying, I'd rather sell the trees because that's all money, all me. You know what I mean? Versus if I'm a delivery boy, I got to pay taxes. I got to live off the generosity of other people with tips. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you can't make it anywhere really that quickly doing it that way. So I'd rather hustle and do it this way. So again, back to ownership. I'm getting all that money. That's all me. So then I can make decisions with that money versus paying out taxes and stuff like that. But okay, let's keep rolling.
Got you. You got the honors.
I had to
Go
stop
ahead, go
it.
ahead,
I had to
please.
stop it. Okay, he's talking about his cousin basically committing suicide to keep the secret. To keep the secret of him getting raped in juvie.
Wow.
See, burying a secret too deep to keep on the streets for sharing. So he's basically saying he turned on the oven and he basically inhaled and killed himself because he got raped in juvie, and he'd rather do that than versus, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. I'm gonna keep rolling. You ready?
Wow. I got a lot more to say about the lyrics and the skill, but that's just gonna get redundant. Secondary rhymes, people. Secondary rhymes is what this is all about. How between the first, second, and third bars, he took a type of haiku, right? That you could rhyme at the end of two and then at the end of one, as far as bars are concerned. But then he turned each bar word. Each bar ended up rhyming inside of itself before it finished the haiku. It's just everything that M does, he got it from right here. Cultural importance. Musicality, cultural importance, influence.
Influence is heavy.
Is
with Big
it's
Pun.
just heavy.
Big Pun
It's heavy.
is heavy on the influence within. He doesn't not get talked about when you start talking about rhyming lyrics. He's always brought up in that conversation. He's always been brought up in that conversation.
You got the honors, boy.
Oh man.
Hold on real quick, because you want to go ahead and skip the last verse since it has nothing to do with what we're going to be judging.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna go back real quick then, since we're gonna do that.
I was just gonna say we're gonna take the last verse off because unfortunately, guest rappers don't get points.
That's right. Guest rappers do not get points. I do have a question though.
Go ahead.
We do need to figure out how we're gonna handle guest rappers doing hooks.
No problem. Listen, hooks don't. If I never gave him not one single point for the hook, even though I know he wrote that hook.
Right.
Right. But if guest rappers are doing hooks, if you're rapping the hook, it's just it doesn't matter. We're not going to add the hook to your skill points.
Gotcha.
But the music points, like we allow you to have a guest saxophone player or a guest singer,
right,
or a guest drummer or whatever. Like you can, the music points still go to you as long as it's your song and you're not a guest on someone else's song. That's
right.
How that goes.
All right, cool. I wanted to make that sure because I know there's probably gonna be some questions about that. But
yeah, you don't get no skill points for whatever is said in the hook if you're not saying it, even if we know you wrote it.
Right. All right. He's saying we need unity. He's saying fuck the Jeeps, fuck all the jewelry, fuck all that. We need unity. But things are really, really rough and everyone's running desperado mode in the ghetto. Basically is lawlessness. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very lawlessness. So he's trying to so there you have right there cultural importance, talking about bringing unity to the people. No matter what you're doing, no matter, you know what I'm saying, no matter who you are, he said we need to forget about the material and bring the unity.
Yep.
I'm running through. I'm not gonna replay it again. Just running through. He brought up the wordplay with the Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Versus Mohicans. With Mohicans, Puerto Ricans.
Because they're all from the same lineage.
Right.
Number one. Number two, we're gonna let you guys know something, right? This may be a long video, people. I'm sorry, the head-to-head's usually not that long. Listen, we're talking about two of the most important rappers in hip-hop history.
Right.
Now, the reason why is when he says Puerto Ricans, it means more than when someone else does, because he was the first Hispanic.
Yeah, first Puerto Rican.
And Puerto Rican, Hispanic period, but he was also Puerto Rican to be nominated for a Grammy in the hip hop category. Probably in any music, in American music, because they have different, they also have different categories for other countries.
Right.
But for the hip hop category, he was the first nominated Hispanic.
And I had to find the clip.
And
go ahead. Go ahead.
That's it.
Oh, I had to find the clip, but Fat Joe saying he was one of the first Puerto Rican rappers. Basically.
Period.
He inspired all the others. So.
Period. Matter of fact, another point.
Yeah.
For influence, just because
that's
of
influence,
that.
Man. That's heavy influence. All right. Yeah.
All
so
right.
I mean, basically that's what he's saying. Then he's saying that with the whole Zorro leaving my symbol, but it's a P for for pun, but also punishment. Basically, you know what I mean? But also saying that I'm gonna leave my stamp on what I do. You know what I'm saying? What I do for the people. That's what he's equating the whole Zorro thing to. If anyone knows the old Zorro show, he used to steal stuff and right wrongs, and he would leave his Z symbol where he would do things. So that's basically what he's saying in this song right here. But that's it, man.
Another point for cultural content right there. Okay, so wow. Can you imagine if he actually had 3 verses?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how this song came about. I kind of feel like the third verse, when I started reading the lyrics, I just felt like the third verse was his too. You know what I'm saying? Like he wrote that verse for that guy to rap. Probably just trying to put a rapper on. All right, well that's it, guys. The last verse belongs to Prospect. I guess it's time for us to move on over to Rap God.
All right. You have the honors. Make it happen.
Look, I was going to go easy on you, not to hurt your feelings, but I'm...
Stop. Listen, check it out. What you guys are watching right now, the young folks may not remember this. This is a reference to the video. The visual you're watching is a reference to Max Headroom. Max Headroom was a marketing campaign. I think I don't remember the first time, but it actually, in the 80s, it stopped national television. Somebody hacked it and showed up like this guy talking, and it looks just like this with all the colors in the background and some dude talking foolishness. And I think it was like just for fun. Somebody hacked it, the TV. So if you're watching on a Thursday night, your regular program, this just showed up. It was crazy. People didn't know what was going on, how it happened, and then it ended up, Coca-Cola, I think, used it as a marketing platform, as a marketing campaign afterwards, because it was just so weird.
Right.
But nobody knew what it was. We still to this day are kind of like some sort of hoax. We don't know what it was, but it was a very, very strange and culturally significant thing. It's not what he's saying, so it doesn't belong in that category, but just so you know, visual creativity, he's drawing back on something that is
weird, something
iconic moment.
Yeah,
weird and iconic in television history, in our history. So go ahead.
Okay.
Rough time period. Here's a match.
Wait, I can't stop. Yeah. And then there's him. And then there's him. Yeah, sure, pun started it. Somebody has to finish it. What he just, the difficulty of the syllabalistic prowess he just showed in the first minute and 15 seconds of this song, it is going to be hard. He has already rhymed on every single beat that I can think of in a bar. And how fast he did it, and how many times it's changed. It's only been a minute and 15 seconds. I'll just end it there.
He gets some cultural points because one of the things he was doing was he's doing a callback to the old diggity diggity wiggity wiggity rap style.
Yeah.
From back in the day.
You guys don't know.
Yes.
It's DOS effects.
So it's
and then of course stolen by what is that? Criss Cross after that. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, the whole diggity iggity wiggity, all that type of stuff that was being done back in that time. So you're gonna see it. So he's starting kind of there, and then he's gonna bring it. You know, he's bringing it forward. That's why he's changing. He's changing his flow. He's changing what he's saying as he's bringing it through. All right, ready?
Yeah. Yep. Let's unpack this. It's just too much. It's just too much. Number one, every single point for cultural content. He says he's a student of Rakim and Pac. He says he was honored to be there to see Run DMC get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And then he says, I'll never be in there. I'm in the Wall of Shame. But whilst doing that, he also mentions the new guys, Waka Flocka Flame. He did Buster. He basically paid homage to the greats and the newbies at the same time while just flowing his A off. Oh yeah, there's new rules in YouTube. We are not gonna curse or else they won't monetize it. Just so y'all know. Go ahead, man. What are you saying, bro?
Oh,
what are you saying here?
That's what I was gonna point on. He brought up Easy, Q, Pac, Rakim. He brought them all up to say these are the people that I was studying. This is who I studied to get my rap, to understand rap and how I rap, basically. You know what I'm saying? And saying I'm a product of all that being mixed in. And that's why I can do what I can do. Because I studied these people. I had to say that again because it's important to understand if you want to be great, you got to study the greats. You got to understand the history of it. That's what he's saying that he's doing.
Yes. Okay. Difficulty, skill already there. Cultural content, musicality. Let's talk about the pauses real quick. The pauses and the hi-hats, breakdowns with just different parts of keyboards and stuff. The beat isn't the best produced, but it just has so many changes and contributes to the song form. I had to give it some more points than I thought I was going to. Let go.
All right, so when he's talking about what and some of his rhymes that he said back when he was like really a nobody, you know what I'm saying? When no one was really paying him any attention. Now that he's gotten as big as he's gotten, they dissect his lyrics and try to use certain of the things that he said against him. That's what he's talking about with the Columbine line. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's talking about there. Like when you get up to this point with the skin color that I got and start dissecting what I said back when I was a nobody, back when it didn't even matter. That's why he's talking about the LP, the first LP, when I was no one, and now they try to use it against me.
He said, but what if I try to write something that helps somebody get through hard times, but I still keep a punchline for these unsigned rappers that's looking hungry that want to try mine. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like he's all things to all people. He's mentioned that before. It's a theme of his. I am whatever you say I am. And he's got something for it. Skill, again, he changed his flow another time, 2 more times, and then now it's not even like he got a whole bunch of points. It's just showing you I can do this too. Right. Yeah, I can flow with the beat. Yeah, when you change to snap music, I can do that too. It's just an impeccable showcase of how many different skills I have and can still be relevant, can still talk about something. It's not just foolishness I'm talking about. Go ahead.
I'm so happy that we're reviewing this so we can actually put this to rest and finally show that even he says it himself. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy we're doing this song.
You want to call it pop because you're jealous that I found a way to mix hip hop with rock and make it sound interesting and make it elevating.
He's going into look, for the longevity, you got to be able to mix, adapt, and create new stuff if you want to stay relevant and have longevity. If you do the same exact thing over and over and over and over again, you're going to have this little niche little group of people that support you, and you won't really get heard very much outside of it. So, I want to say this again because for some reason when you bring some things up about M, his fan base gets upset. But I want y'all to go back and listen to this line because he's saying it himself. Okay? So, we're going to run it back. He says that I've mixed shock rap, basically shock value, into my music. I learned how to combine it. Okay?
Yeah.
I found a way to fuse it with shock. Basically, he learned how to use these different elements to put them in his music and create what he has. So when y'all get upset when someone says he used shock value, don't be mad. He's telling you what he does. Okay?
Yeah. It should be obvious. It should be obvious.
Don't be
the
upset.
Thing is, the problem is shock value has a negative connotation because people who usually are shock value, like Bazaar, can't rap. It's just shock value. Yeah, I said it. It's just shock value. The difference between just shock value and then being, like he said, I mixed shock with hop, real hip hop. That's why he's in the back standing with a bunch of thugs raising their hands up in a basement somewhere because he knows that he came from Rakim as well as Public Enemy and Run DMC, and then he uses shock mixed with rock, mixed with pop, and then you say he's too mainstream. The truth is, he's just good, and he's being recognized for it. He said all that with about a zillion syllables and without breathing. We said Pun had breath control. Are you kidding me? If Pun gets the points for breath control, point for Eminem for breath control. Not like he hasn't been doing it the whole song.
All right, guys. So it's laid to rest now. All those elements are in the song because that's
and
how
he's okay with being a shock rapper because he's more than that.
Thank you. He knows how to fuse it all together. There you have it. There you go. I'm so glad y'all picked this song. When you first told me I picked it, I said, "Great, we get to talk about that," because I'm so sick of it. If I bring that up, his fans go berserk, and I'm just like, "What are you talking about? Don't you listen to his music?" He said it himself. You know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with you guys?
Right. Yeah. So the problem I have is, let's not act like his first 2 or 3 albums was more shock than hop. But since he's gone through rehab and become an older person, like all the rappers as they mature, if you look at T.I. now, his songs are about can't breathe, don't shoot.
Right.
And they used to be about just trapping.
Right.
He's matured, and now he talks about everything under the sun with the same skill, and to me, he is better than he was back then. Back then, I could listen to 2 or 3 of his songs on any album because I bought them all and thought it was just comedy rap.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, that's what happened. But I'm also man enough to say he's grown and become better.
That's what rappers with longevity do.
And he still uses shock value. And there's nothing wrong with it.
You learn how to dial it back and put just enough of it in there. Just enough in there to be like, what? Did he really say that? You know what I'm saying? Did he really say that? He learned how to do that. So there we have it. Now we can move forward in life. You ready?
Thank you for clearing that up, sir. Go ahead.
Oh no! I hit too close. Let's go here.
Oh, what happened? You trying to take me out my point? No, you cheating, man. Wait a minute.
There it is.
What? why shock rap now has come up. Number one, skill and flow. We're gonna talk about, just like Pun did, using his syllables like a guitar or a piano, stretching them, compressing them to make a whole different rhythm than they should have. If you just said it regularly, fine, that's a point. But he also says why he uses the shock rap. He says, because if you were this nice, you would also be able to sacrifice virgins.
Yeah.
That's the point why I do it, is to show you that I can and nothing else. You cannot. If you said those same things, people would look at you crazy. When I say them so dopely, people listen to it twice. It's a reason for that. Picasso did that when he made the dog. It's a one-line dog that looks like a kindergartner wrote it. But when you look at it, you realize it's because he never took his pen off the paper to make this entire shape. And he did it just because he could and you couldn't. And now it's hanging in a gallery somewhere. A single stroke of a dog that you couldn't do. That's it. That's why he did it. Because he can. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to say that.
And what's the God to a non-believer that don't believe in anything?
This may be the first time. I'm not gonna say it. This may be the first time. It could be decided before the winner video. I don't know. I still have a lot more research to do. He still doesn't win in influence. He has this song, everything about the rock music, the shock rap. More importantly, what it meant when it came out. Fine, influence is there. I still think that Pun would have that because of everything else that he said, plus the Latino factor. But before we get into anything else, I just want to add another few points of musicality. How M used his the beat, like I said, isn't the greatest. It's cool. I think it has a lot of high end on the bass, little clicks that probably shouldn't be there. I don't know, it might be a new style of beat making, but I don't like it. I think the bass that was in the Pun's song was deeper, sounded more like rich, because obviously it came from an actual sample from a record, you could tell, and they added 808 to it. This one was made on a keyboard somewhere, but he uses his voice, lowers it, and then adds the stops and the doubles and the stacks of his voice and the different tunes and tones to turn it into another instrument. Musicality points again.
Oh man, I'm so happy we did this. I'm so happy. I personally believe this was the best song to go with. Now, like we've discussed before, when picking your artist, this is all strategy, right? Win, lose, you have to understand there's all strategy in it. Like Bruce said in his live stream, you could pick one song, but you may be sacrificing a category, and if you pick a different song, you still be sacrificing another category. Mm-hmm. This is all strategy. So that's win or lose. All the matches that we do, the strategy is based off you guys. Okay. I actually do agree, because while Pun is great, he did die early. That's the unfortunate part. Yeah, that is very unfortunate. So therefore, his skill set did not get to grow. Because if honestly, to be real with you, I do believe if he was alive, he would be M. He would be M. He would be M. Facts. I would say I would probably pull the shock value out, but he would be. He's M. Not African. Let me tell you what. He's not African American. One. Right. A whole new demographic and a whole new perspective.
because of not being African American, and hip hop needed that at the moment.
Exactly.
Number two, the most original of that type of style that M now uses.
Yeah, I completely believe. I think if we removed, shock rap and rock and roll like what M uses, because M is heavily influenced by those. He's real big Beastie Boy fan, and he lets it be known. But it would have went the same way, except for it would have been more of a salsa sound. Because Big Pun was real big into the Miami side of the music as well. You could hear it in some of his songs. So bring some strategy in this. We all like to lean towards our favorites, but think about the categories and then think about what's in the song. It may be a song that you don't even listen to all that much that may fit 3 or 4 of the categories. You know what I mean? But think about these type of things when we do this. I just want to put that out there because we did a lot of explaining.
The point of doing this is so people can listen to songs they don't know.
Right.
We don't want you just to do that. We tell you beforehand who's up against who, so you can go on YouTube and click a button and listen to something new, listen to something different. That's why we're doing this, is to advance hip hop, to bring more hip hop to more people. I didn't even know a lot of K Reno stuff, but because of the research, I delved in and found a bunch of stuff, and I was like, oh man, look at what they got. We got to do this. And that's how that works. Like I forgot the Venom video till one of my people brought it up and we played it right there live. The thing is, the whole point of this is if you love hip hop and you join this fantasy league, we want you to do your research, not because it's homework, but because it's fun.
Right.
Because you want to be the one to bring out that one song nobody knew that's going to smash because it has this and that. Did you see this video? Did you hear when he said that? Oh, you didn't know he talked about this. I bet you never heard this song. That is why we're doing this, man. It's fun, man. This is what it's about.
I'm not even going to front. I went back because of the songs that were being recommended for Black Thought, and they were putting some of his old stuff up that I had never even heard before from him.
Wow, see, there you go.
You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, he's been really kicking it, this long. Had no idea. Didn't even know about him at that time that those songs came out. So, yes.
I'll tell you, as a musician, I found the roots early and fell in love with it early just because. You know what I'm saying? Just because. Live band hip hop? What? And dude is spitting? No doubt. That was done. Questlove on the drums. I'm a drummer. So, I that's different for me. I was like, but I know a lot of people, roots was kind of underground.
Right.
And I never knew that because I fell in love with it so early. But yeah, most people don't know that the dude's been spitting the same way for 20 years now. Like,
man.
Let's be
telling
honest.
You, I was shocked. I was like, wow. Like, this is wow right here. You know what I mean? And that's the whole point. Like Bruce says, the whole point of this. This is why we're doing this. We're doing it because we love these artists either way. Okay? We love them either way.
But damn, this was anticipated. Anybody who's on Patreon who got to see all these full videos and heard the breakdowns, and if you're not, I'm sure you know these songs. Go research them, listen to our commentary, and digest them, man. Internalize them. This is hip hop. It's a culture.
Run to the Patreon. Run to the Patreon so y'all can see this in full instead of getting that YouTube edited version that we got to do for you guys.
It's still dope though, but it's just better when you can actually hear every word that we're talking about, every word that we're commenting on.
Bingo. Yep. Exactly. Because it's going to get that way to where we're going to have to stop when we get to some of these way deeper artists who want to double and triple entendre their whole verses. You know what I mean? It's going to get that way to where we're going to have to be like, all right, we got to stop right here. Because we're trying to take it in, hear everything, and then tell you guys about it. So there'll be a lot more stopping when we get to those type of artists. So check out the Patreon.
Well, that's why this one's at dang near an hour long. And most of our videos are 30 minutes is because we got 2 rappers that say the most in 4 to 6 minutes than any other rappers that we've, including Tech 9, that we've reviewed or come head to head.
Right.
Listen,
Fast
this
rapping
is a
with a purpose.
head to head battle. Go ahead.
I was gonna say fast rapping with a purpose. You know what I'm saying?
With a purpose, man.
That's what it is. Go ahead.
That's it. This is a head-to-head battle, man. It's not just a review. This is battle. It's a battle. You heard the bell. Bing, bing. You heard the points. Write them down. Think about it. Talk about it. Go watch the Patreon. Become a patron and just love hip-hop like we do, man. Whichever Patreon page you go to. This is what it's about. This head-to-head was amazing.
Actually,
I still don't...
Hold on real quick.
ahead.
I'm going to cut you off. Actually, sign up for both. If you want the full head-to-heads, sign up for Team Box Cutters Patreon. Okay? On my side, you get all blocked reactions that I cannot put on YouTube. So there's something there for everyone. All right?
Fire, 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 fire. Okay. There it is, people.
So, all right, well, that's going to do it for me. I mean, this will be, I think we kind of know what happened here with this video.
Maybe so.
The cultural importance, that's man, right there. Once we start really looking at the lyrics and everything like that, I don't know, man. I think we might get
be a tough one.
Yeah, I think.
I'm gonna tell you what, like, I'm looking at it now. If Pun had a video, it would be a lot closer.
Oh, way closer.
It's gonna be
way closer. Yeah, y'all don't forget, videos are important. But like we said, that's part of the strategy. We know Pun didn't get to shoot a lot of videos. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get to do all that. So it's one of those things when you're picking your artists. Think about that. Do they have the budget to shoot a lot of videos, or do they just mainly put out the music? You know what I'm saying? Again,
no, let's not do that. E40 don't have a budget, and every single time he puts out a video, it's interesting, creative, amazing.
Well, that's 40 Water. I mean, he's an anomaly.
No, we're talking about from back in the day when we didn't have no money, bro. Come on.
True that.
It's about being creative. It's not the video. It's called visual creativity. That's the category. Say it right. It's not their video. The category is visual creativity. Busta and Eminem have a song that have no video, but the whole time it's just pow, bang, with superhero pictures going up, and the video creativity is fire. No money. Absolutely no money. Are you creative visually? When Tyler Creator ate the roach, I promise you, he didn't need $1 million to make that shit sound, to make that thing creative. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I forgot all about that. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me.
That's it for me, man. Peace out.
I'm Nixon. You guys be safe.
Peace.
Oh, man.